What's good? It's your girl D, and welcome back to Wix Wednesdays, where we normally highlight one feature that you must have on your Wix website. However, today we are reeling it back and talking about what is Wix in general. Maybe you are thinking about switching platforms, or maybe you're a small business owner just getting started and you're trying to figure out which website is best for your business. Today we are talking about Wix and trying to figure out, is it right for you? I am D. If you are new here, I am a web and brand identity designer. Today's video is in no way sponsored by Wix, but if you all want to sponsor me, hey y'all. But today we are talking about Wix, the pros, the cons, the good, the bad, the ugly. I have had the opportunity to work on Wix before I started my business itself, so I have watched it grow over time. And you will oftentimes today see people say, oh, Wix isn't good, it sucks, yada yada. And I feel like that opinion is based on what Wix once was and not what it is today. However, as with all website platforms, they do have their challenges, and we're going to talk about those today. Let's get into it. So let's get into the pros of Wix first. So as I mentioned, I've built websites on Wix over time. Even if you look at my website, www.dbellydesigns.com, I am currently on Wix as well, and I have been for some time now. Do I ever think about switching? Sometimes, but I'm gonna tell you why I haven't switched. Every time I'm like, okay, I'm about to switch different platforms, something about Wix that just keeps reeling me back in, right? So one, the main benefit of using Wix is that it's user friendly. I oftentimes tell my clients that when choosing a website, I do give them basically explanations of my opinions as well as professional expertise as far as which website host I think would be best for their business and their business goals. With Wix, I often tell people if they want to be able to easily manage and maintain their own site, I recommend Wix because it is so user friendly. It's so easy to use. Everything is like straightforward in your face. Like it doesn't get any simpler than that. I would say if you've explored Canva, Wix, I don't know who came first, Wix or Canva. I just know Canva blew up out of nowhere last year. But I would say if you can easily use Canva and see how easy it's like, okay, this is the button that you need to add text. This is the button that you need to add pictures. I would say go with Wix. That's how easy it is to use. And when I'm building and customizing these websites, I want to have business owners be able to maintain them even if they hire me for maintenance and whatnot. It's certain things that as a business owner you should be able to do. Like you shouldn't be calling a designer like, hey, I need to just update this one word. Like you should be able to just go in. And honestly, some websites it's not as simple as just going in. Some website hosts you do have to call your designer or call customer service or someone, or even like look at different forms to figure out how to do it. I promise with Wix, you just go straight in, play around with it, and you'll get it in no time. So let's get into pricing. So Wix varies from $17 to $159 a month, or you can pay annually. Now I know I probably just scared you with $159 a month. That's not for you. If you're a small business, if you're just getting started, are looking to transition to Wix, that's not for you. Let's start with the $17 plan. So this plan is perfect if you have, let's say, you want to start a blog, or you're looking to transition your blog from a different platform, or if you just need a portfolio website to showcase what you do and only need customers to contact you. Then you can use that $17 a month plan. Now, if you are a small business and you need customers to pay on your website or book a service or anything like that, then you need either the core or the business plan. The core is $29 a month and the business plan is $36 a month. I will put the link in the description so you could go and just compare and contrast the different features between the two plans, but that is key. The first $17 a plan is if you do not need your customers to use your website to pay. That is very important, all right? Now there are two different versions of Wix. You have Wix, you have Wix Studio. If you are not as tech savvy or you're not willing to learn, I would not recommend Wix Studio. Wix Studio is amazing. I have transitioned my website from Wix to Wix Studio. I know they were supposed to be like working on a way to like automatically transition your website from Wix to Wix Studio. I don't know if they've done that yet. I'll look it up, put it in the video. But Wix Studio, I would say, is comparable to maybe like a WordPress. There is so much more that you can do, where you can even code in it and everything. So you don't have to code in Wix Studio, but there are a lot more features and a lot more things that you can do, especially when it comes to optimizing your website for tablet or mobile versions. It also has different AI features that you can use in it as well. I love it, y'all. But if you're just starting out, take it easy and you can start with Wix. So Wix Studio pricing does vary a little from the regular version or standard version of Wix. So for the basic plan similar, only if you're doing like a blog or just to showcase your portfolio or anything like that, where you only need customers to contact you, that is $19 a month. And then the next tiers up are either $27 a month, $34 a month. That is for Wix Studio, and same thing, it just varies based on your storage and the different features. If you have any questions in regards to pricing, or you want, maybe you look at the website and you're still a bit confused, just drop it in the comments, let me know. I am happy to help. Next, let's talk about Wix App Market. This is another pro. So there are so many different apps specifically either built for Wix, or they could be integrated with Wix to enhance your website even more. So just to give you all an example, some of the apps that I love to integrate with my customers' websites is, for instance, Wix Bookings. You can also see this on my website as well. So when I want somebody to book a session with me for a consultation, they go through Wix Bookings, which is an app that I added to the website. Another great one is Wix Chat. If you want to add a chat box for your customers to easily contact you for any quick questions, inquiries, or anything like that, you can integrate the Wix Chat. And I recently saw a notification. I haven't played around with it myself, but they are starting a Wix Chat with AI. So if you go to like different websites and you see where you'll type something in, it'll be an automated reply based on what you input. Yes, that is going to be on Wix now if it isn't already. But when I play around with it, you all, I'll make a video on it. Another great one is like Wix Events. Let's say you want to have, Zoom sessions, or if you want to sell tickets to maybe an in-person event, you can use Wix Events to do that. I have a client who she offers webinars every few months or something like that. And we set up a Wix Events to basically let people know, like, hey, this webinar is coming up. You can sign up. People are able to sign up, get reminders automatically and everything. It's a great tool to be able to reach your customers. And then you have different apps like the referral program, the loyalty program, which I previously made videos regarding those. It's so many different apps that you can integrate into your website to make it perfect for your business needs. If you are thinking like, okay, maybe you could drop in the comments what exactly your business does, and I can recommend a few different apps or features that you may need on your website to be successful. Drop it in the comments. The next pro that I am talking about is all-in-one hosting and domain. And you may be confused, like, all right, let me explain. So with Wix, you have everything you need all in one spot. So you have, let's say, your domain, or your, like mine is www.dmeladesigns.com. That is being handled by Square, which bought out Google. That's neither here nor there. But I was able to purchase all of that through Wix. I was also able to purchase the security of my website through Wix. And Wix handles everything. So my storage is through Wix. Everything is owned and managed through Wix. There isn't a such thing as like, okay, I have to do one thing in Wix and then the other thing I have to go to Google domains. If you choose to do that, then great. But the option is there for you for every single thing to be handled through Wix. Even my email, I have a professional email, info@dmeladesigns.com. That is through Google, but I was able to set it up through Wix. That's how easy they make everything for you as a small business owner. But as we know, everything isn't always peaches and roses, right? Let's talk about the downside of Wix. As I mentioned, I've watched Wix grow over time, but they do have some drawbacks compared to other platforms. Let's talk about scalability first. If you are an e-commerce brand, baby, you need to be all ears. So you will often hear people say for e-commerce brands, go to Shopify. And nobody really explains why that is. Well, let me tell you. So with scalability, it's basically how fast is your business growing? Like, okay, are you starting with 2 products and then next month you're going to have over 100 products? Do you now have 5 customers and then 6 months from now you have thousands of customers hitting your website at once? Those are things that you need to think about. Wix doesn't have the capacity for that. And if you have way too many products on your Wix website, customers may experience slow loading times or just, I've never experienced anyone's website crashing, but it's a possibility depending on how much storage you have, how many products that you have, how many customers are all going to your website at once. Now, this isn't to deter you away from Wix whatsoever. As you can see on my website, I have, different pages, I have different products. I have a client who sells Wix and she probably have over 100, 200 wigs on her website. But I make sure to look at how much storage she's using and just to make sure to test out the website to make sure it's loading properly, seeing if all the links are working properly. And there are different tools that you can use to test this out as well. So there are some big brands, like I think Forever 21 might have been one that uses Shopify. Forever 21 could not have done well on Wix. You need a larger database, you need more advanced customization. Now, as I mentioned earlier, Wix Studio is a bit more advanced. So let's say you like the Wix platform, you like being able to maintain it yourself. I would recommend, if you have a store, an e-commerce brand that does have a lot of products, you have a lot of clientele, maybe, then start with Wix Studio versus the standard version of Wix. Let's talk SEO. Now, I'm on the fence about this one, and I explain why. SEO is search engine optimization. Basically, how do your website show up on Google when your customers are searching for hairstylist near me or gym fitness trainer near me? How do you show up? The reason I say I'm on the fence about it is because I've had a client where I was able to get them on I think the first or second page, depending on which keyword was searched, of Google. So I know it can be done, but there are other powerful tools when it comes to search engine optimization, such as WordPress, which is a lot of people's go-to if they have a blog. Can it be done with Wix? Yes, but I would just say it may take a little more work compared to different platforms. Another limitation is being able to transition from Wix. So I do think Wix is a good starting point, but let's say you're like, all right, I want to switch over to Shopify, or okay, I want to switch over to WordPress. As with some other websites where you can basically get all your information off and transition it over to other websites without having to do too much of a manual process, that's not able to be done with Wix. I had a client on Wix. She wanted to switch. It was like a legal issue, and she wanted to switch from Wix to Shopify, and basically the website had to be rebuilt all over again. So that is something to think about. How long do you want to be on this platform, right? Do you feel like your business is going to quickly outgrow the platform? If that's the case, start with Wix Studio. So depending on what you and your business needs, some of these cons may be deal breakers, or maybe they're just small inconveniences that you could work around. But let's talk about who exactly is Wix for. So Wix is great for service-based businesses. If you're a coach, beauty professional, freelancer, this one's for you. Your local businesses, salons, restaurants. I love that Wix actually have a restaurant app like for customers to go in and reserve tables and everything. So definitely if you're a restaurant, this one is for you too. And it's also for those who have a personal brand. Let's say you're a blogger, photographer, or artist, you can easily use Wix for your business as well. And I will also say small e-commerce brands, let's say you're doing digital products, or maybe you don't have like over 100 products, or you don't have like thousands of customers hitting your site on a daily basis, then I would recommend Wix for you as well. Who is Wix not for? Let's say you are a larger business and just have more complex needs, then I would recommend a different website host for you. Or even if you need, like, let's say some custom coding, there is a lot of customization that you can do in Wix. If you need custom coding, Wix Studio is there for you. Or depending on how much of that you need, because there are still some limitations with that, I would recommend having someone to basically build your website with their own host and everything. And also brands that rely heavily on search engine optimization traffic. Like if that was your main marketing tactic, then I would recommend maybe like a WordPress site for you. So is Wix the website for you? Tell me in the comments, what are your hesitations? Are you gonna go with Wix? Let me know what you think. If this video helped you, or maybe it just confused you even more on which direction to go, let me know in the comments. Be sure to like, comment, and subscribe. And see you next Wix Wednesday, where we talk about one Wix feature you need on your website. Until next time.